What's up, museum goers? It's your boy Kaz with Midnight Lights Gaming, bringing you yet another installment of my Sifu goal guides. Today we're at the museum doing ice wall, which is really just how to beat Kuroki without doing damage.
Try to get that hand movement when you're working your Louisville Slugger.
Oh, that one gets me every time. Alright, let's set this up again. The name of the goal is Ice Wall, where you're just beating Kuroki without doing any damage, really health damage, and I'm doing it on Disciple difficulty. You have to do it in Disciple or Master difficulty. Let's see how it looks in the start menu. You can see there's Ice Wall, I've already done it, but beat Kuroki without dealing her any health damage in Disciple or Master difficulty, and some modifiers are allowed. I'm not sure which ones, that's kind of interesting. So what makes this goal guide a goal guide are my 5 tips. My 5 tips start with number 1, embrace deaths. Embrace? Working your Louisville Slugger. You have to wait to see what that one means. Take the shortcut. Timing is everything. Pain is Tempor-parry. Let's get into each one of those. Let's kick it off with number 1 for my ice wall tips. Embrace deaths. Embrace?
I guarantee you're gonna die if you touch me, and there's no afterlife. Everything just goes black. Don't do it.
And this tip's pretty simple, y'all. You can die. It's not a big deal. It doesn't matter how old you are when you go into the next one. You want to get here pretty young. I'll say that's the only thing. So hopefully you're here in early 20s, but you might die, and it's not a big deal. And that's my first tip. Just, it's okay to die. You're going to be doing a lot of parrying. You're going to be absorbing a lot of structure damage. So yeah, that's it. Embrace deaths, embrace. Tip number 2 is don't forget to use that hand motion when working your Louisville Slugger.
Try to get that hand movement when you're working your Louisville Slugger.
Oh, that one gets me every time. So working your Louisville Slugger, that's all about getting this aluminum bat early on in the level, which you can see I almost forgot. So don't forget, pick it up. It's the first 2 guys. As soon as the level starts, one of them has an aluminum bat. You're going to pick that up. You're going to take the shortcut. It's a real gift that this is only 2 fighters before the shortcut right to Kuroki, so that's wonderful. You want the metal bat because it will help you absorb more structure damage as you're basically parrying Kuroki to death, which I'll get into in a second. But yeah, grab that metal bat because it'll help you absorb more structure damage without breaking your structure. All right, tip el numero tres. So yeah, take the shortcut. It's very, once you unlock everything, you'll be able to take the shortcut, no problem. At this point, you've probably done that. There are plenty of videos about how to unlock this shortcut, but you get the aluminum bat, and then you just need to make your way to the elevator right at the top of the first floor stairs. And again, like I said before, it's just really great how quick you can get to Kuroki. It means that this goal is just not as time consuming as some of the others. But you want to take the shortcut, you want to get the aluminum bat, and you should be good to go. All right, tip number 4, timing is everything. This is about how in order to beat Kuroki without doing damage, you have to parry. To parry effectively, you have to have perfect timing. And not perfect, but you have to have really good timing. So timing is everything, and let me just go over the basics of parrying. So parrying is when you hit block right when there's contact and this sort of cloud emerges around, and that tells you that there's structure damage, as well as, of course, the structure bar at the top gaining more. So when it comes to parrying, you don't need to worry about perfect parrying, although that will do more structure damage and it's great. You're just going to be hitting block a lot and trying to scout and get her timing and her combos down well enough so that you're parrying a lot without getting a ton of structure damage and dying all the time. All right, number 5, last tip, pain is Tempor-parry. So this is just my strategy in phase 1 of Kuroki, as well as my strategy for phase 2 in terms of parrying her. And so, yeah, phase 1 in the snow here, you just always really hoping she's going to do that real spinny, like charging at you and just whirling her weapon around, because all you have to do is spam block when she does that and you'll do a ton of structure damage. So mostly I played for that. I played for when she would do that, and I sort of hung back because, you know, those blades do a lot of damage. So I'd really recommend that for the first phase. For phase 2, I found it a little bit easier because she's not as ranged. Her weapons are, I mean, she still does ranged attacks, but a lot of times she's attacking you from very close, which just helped me feel like I knew what move was coming and what timing was coming. Also, her combos are relatively consistent. She only probably has, maybe 4 or 5 different moves that she does, so that really helps you get the timing. Now, that said, what's difficult about this phase is that the rate of attack is really variable. So in between one attack to the next during her combos, it's not consistent. It's not the same time between each attack, and you know what I mean. Like, she's gonna swing at you and then there's gonna be a slight delay, and then she's gonna swing at you again, and then a longer delay, and then swing at you again, and all of that means it's just harder to get her combos. You're probably gonna take some damage, and that's okay, because again, it's okay to die. But just, you practice and scout and do your best, and you'll probably get this relatively easily. And that brings us to our full playthrough with commentary, which I'm excited to offer all you fine people. So, one thing to absolutely love about this particular goal is there's very little time between the start of the goal and when you're up against Kuroki, which is wonderful. These two fellows should be no problem at all, but that guy carrying the bat, you're going to want that Louisville Slugger, y'all. So just wait for, or don't wait, you're going to have to kick his ass. But once you kick his ass, pick up that bat, and don't pick it up too soon, because you don't want to, well, I guess it doesn't matter actually, because you're not doing any damage to Kuroki, so even if your bat's a little dinged up, that's okay. But I would just leave it on the ground. Don't worry about it. Keep it in full and good health, and bring it to Kuroki so you can show her your Louisville Slugger. And that's it. Take the shortcut. Don't forget the bat. Oh, God, you almost forgot the bat. Sifu, come on. Come on. All right, so you got your bat. You're heading to the shortcut. This shortcut's delightful. There are a ton of YouTube videos about how to unlock this shortcut, so feel free to check those out, because the shortcut is, you know, just the most wonderful thing in this level. For really scouting Kuroki too, I loved that I could, when I was scouting Kuroki, after I got this shortcut, it just made everything easier, because I just go up there, figure out her moves and timing, die a lot, and it's all good. So here we are, and yeah, so let's talk about this shrine upgrade. You have very few options. So I did structure reserve just because that's nice. Having a little bit more structure is nice, but you know, whatever you've done up to this point hopefully helps you out. But don't worry too much about it. Again, I'm guessing it's going to take you 3 tries before you get this one. Getting her, you just don't have to be perfect. There's so many times in Sifu it feels like you have to be perfect, and I don't think you do in this one. But you can see my strategy for phase 1 here is to kind of hang back until that move happens. That spin move is just a nightmare for Kuroki in terms of taking structure damage, because all you have to do when she does that spin move is basically, ooh, she kind of kicked my ass on that one, but you just have to spam block during that, and you're going to be able to do a ton of structure damage. So I kind of sat back waiting, and she was very generous with that attack. So that's what I did, because the timing of her other moves, again, this is where Kuroki is really hard, because there's different lengths of delays. There's a different rate of attack in all of her combos, which means you're not able to kind of keep the rhythm. You kind of have to be like, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just kind of annoying if all you're trying to do is structure damage. So the gift that she gives you is that spin, that sort of wheel of pain move. But you can see I did try and stick with her on some other moves, and because I do know her 2 most common combos quite well, and I feel like I could get the timing of that. But the other thing is I just know those blades hurt a lot. Like, even if you're blocking, you know, those blades can hurt a bit. So this is also why it's so important to have the metal bat. It just does you so many favors. I'm pretty sure it means that not only are you parrying without taking as much structure damage, you are certainly, or I'm pretty sure you're also losing less life from her blade. So I'm about to get her here, I think without dying. Yeah, I don't die in phase 1. How freaking wonderful is that? So, and that's why I really encourage you to like step back a little bit. Her structure is not going to go down so fast where you can't like kind of ease off the jets a bit during phase 1. Phase 2 is a little easier, I think, because her ranged attacks are very easy to time, and because she's a little more in your face, and I just found that to be a little bit easier. I do die in this phase, but only once, so I feel pretty proud about only dying once in this goal. It took a lot of scouting and playing Kuroki to get to this point. It's pretty late in my gameplay, so my swagger's pretty high. Oop, missed me. And so yeah, that's kind of it for that dash move that she does from long distance, mid-range. There's a flash that comes up right before she comes at you, and if you press block like right after or almost as that flash happens, you'll be just fine. So there, I died once. Happens to the best of us. Still a young buck. No, a young doe. Page 21 here. Age 21. And yeah, I found the things that I was able to get the timing best and do the most amount of structure are those dart moves with the flashy light and with her big kick move here. I found that those, I could get the timing pretty consistently, and it almost seems like the bigger the attack that she has, or the more powerful the attack, if you parry it, the more structure damage, but I can't back that up. I'm not measuring the millimeters of the, not even, like little baby beanie millimeters of her structure damage for each thing, but it's all the same. You're just really getting her timing, looking for that flash. And then she kind of has her kitchen sink attack too, which is this one. Yeah, where she kind of throws 4 or 5 different attacks at you in this combo and then comes at you with a kick. And so I think she only has maybe 5 moves, 5 or 6 combos, 5 or 6 attacks. So it's just, yeah, this one just wasn't as tough because you're going to get real used to those. Ooh, she got me there. Even with my sick enforcer outfit, she got me. So yeah, there is another one. I'm not doing a ton of damage. Don't forget, you know you're parrying her when you see that sort of white cloud come up around the attack. Do I die twice? Kuroki, how dare you? I like you because I kind of feel bad for you with your whole storyline and everything, but I'm afraid you don't get to kill me twice. Oh no, I'm parrying like a machine right now. I am a parry machine right now. Wow, this is ending real strong. It's been a minute since I watched this. Ooh, good perfect avoid there. Wow, I took very little damage in those last couple minutes. And then yeah, you don't have to spare her. You can kill her and you'll get this goal. So don't feel like you gotta spare her and then make more work for yourself. So that's it. I did it. I died once. Hopefully this helps you. Hopefully you are a little more equipped to do this goal. There's a goal like this at every level. You need to beat every boss without doing any health damage. And so you'll see after you do those goals, it's not till the next sort of cutscene that you get the little notification that you did it. But that's it. Beating Kuroki without doing any health damage. Godspeed, my friends. And so, yeah, go ahead, hit me up, follow me at Midnite Lights. On Twitter and Instagram, it's spelled a little bit differently. Of course, like and subscribe, as always. And just don't forget, I'm pushing real hard to 1,000 subscribers right now because my goal is to start making a little bit of money from all this. And 50% of whatever we make through these videos is going to go to a charity we choose as a subscriber community. So, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will catch you later.